I'm Megan Miller, and I'm back with some more tips and tricks to help you with your grocery shopping, making it easy and streamlined, and helping you set up the best meals possible. So, an awesome way to get in more protein and take care of your gut health is something called bone broth. So, you can look for this at better health food stores, especially, they'll have them. Imagine's a great brand. This is a chicken variety, but feel free to add this instead of water, for instance, when you're cooking your rice, things like that, that are going to absorb the liquid. You'll get an added boost of nutrient dense food tucked into your rice that way. Or you can even just drink this. You can either drink it hot or cold, your choice as well too. But again, this is very gut friendly. Another awesome thing that's gut friendly would be fermented veggies. I get these from the Brinery in Ann Arbor. I'll attach the link so you can check them out. But these are pickled turnips as well as beets. They have pickled carrots. They have fermented hot sauce. They sell sauerkraut. You'll especially find the sauerkraut at the better health food stores near you. Different flavors to make it fun. They're really awesome. I especially recommend that you incorporate this maybe in your lunchtime or right before you have your dinner. So it's a little bit earlier in the day. That way your body has time to process it and get in all the healthy nutrients it can. These, especially with some of them, like the pickled carrots, we like to add on top of our burgers that we do during the summertime, or we might put the sauerkraut on some chicken sausage that we do and serve it up like a hot dog. Really get creative with your fermented food and how you incorporate it into your life. Let's move over to something easy that you can add into your dinners that you might not be thinking about a lot. It's spinach. So spinach is very high in iron. It's going to be very helpful for your system to get this, especially if you don't tend to eat a lot of greens or salad throughout the day. I specifically like to take a bag like this. I'll put it in another Ziploc bag or stasher bag if you're into reusing bags. Those are really great. But I put a bag in the freezer at all times. So I have frozen spinach that I can just toss into my shakes and smoothies very easily to incorporate more veggies. You won't even taste the difference. I toss in a handful every time I make it up. It's awesome that way. If you have the fresh bags, feel free to add this maybe into a pasta dish to just amp up the veggies a little bit. I also like to incorporate this when I do up chicken thighs and roast them in the oven. I'll put 2 bags of spinach, wilt it down, and serve it with a bed of rice with my chicken thighs. I'll include that recipe so you guys have it as well too. But very easy, very simple to incorporate, and very delicious and healthy too. Great for the kids, again, if you're sneaking in those veggies here and there. Another easy thing to sneak in is, believe it or not, pumpkin. So this is organic pumpkin from Trader Joe's. Just be aware that it's seasonal at Trader Joe's, so stock up if you're getting it. Otherwise, you can get it at better health stores or more other stores throughout the rest of the year. But you can incorporate pumpkin into a lot of things. Think of when you're making your energy or date bars at home, adding like a half a can or a full can, depending how big the batch you're making is. It's going to give that little sticky, gooey feel. You can even use it as you're making kind of like oat bars or things like that, energy bars, if you do those at home as well. Or even in your oatmeal, feel free to take a scoop or 2 in your overnight oats if you're making them, or I have a crock pot recipe where I put a whole can in and make it as well too. It's quite delicious. If you're not a pumpkin person, no big deal. It's not like a very pungent flavor with it. It's very subtle, but it's just enough to give you, that added little boost of veggies that we don't always get when we're eating a more carb-full dish, carb-full meal, right? Let's go over to eggs. Now you got to be a little picky with your eggs when you buy them. These are from Trader Joe's. These are pasture-raised organic eggs. Why we purchase with this label is because we want to make sure that your chickens are able to go outside and that they're not just being fed corn, they're being fed a variety of foods and meal. That's gonna help beef them up a little bit. And it makes a big difference in your eggs, believe it or not. They tend to be a little bit more expensive, so just be aware of that. But the quality is there and the quality is needed. You'll definitely feel a little bit more full and satisfied from these eggs compared to traditional. Eggs make a great little side dish or snack. You can hard boil about 6 of them for the week, toss them into salads, just have them by themselves as a snack, or do them up as deviled eggs as well too, whatever you're feeling for that day. If you're making a dinner meal, such as fried rice, feel free to incorporate 2 or 3 eggs into the fried rice and kind of scramble them up a little bit. And that's going to up your protein intake too as well, especially if you're someone who's a vegetarian. Speaking of vegetarian, one of my favorite types of soups for our vegan and vegetarian people would be Amy's soups. You can find these at the Better Health store. This one, for instance, is a lentil vegetable. They have a plain lentil, and they have lots of other options as well too, but these are pretty clean soups. When you're looking at ingredients, they're a little more wholesome than most traditional soups that are very high in sodium. So a good one to check out. I highly recommend these. These are great if you're doing like a soup and salad mix for lunch, or even if you just need one as a snack, especially during those winter months when it tends to be a little cooler out. 2 more things I'll show you. Another one of my favorites is from Primal Kitchen. This, for instance, is a no dairy vodka sauce. And why it's non-dairy, it's made with avocado oil and organic tomatoes. So again, this is going to be found at your Better Health store typically, or maybe your higher end market, like a Bush's or something like that. But this is going to be a lot higher quality because traditionally, some pasta sauces, believe it or not, are not made with very good oils. And we want to make sure the quality is there no matter what, especially when we're eating something from a jar. So this is one of my favorites and go-to ones. I can easily do this up with some penne pasta, maybe mix in some chicken sausage. Again, like we said before, you can add in that bag of spinach too if you're looking to up the veggie content, and you have a simple, easy, delicious go-to dinner. Last but not least, again, talking about quality of food. This is from Trader Joe's. It's their New Zealand salted butter made with milk from grass-fed cows. So if you like Kerrygold butter, you're gonna love this. This is even better than Kerrygold butter, believe it or not. I know a lot of you probably shop at Costco and get the Kerrygold there, but if you are to Trader Joe's and want to try it out, feel free. It's a little less expensive than the Kerrygold butter at Trader Joe's, just so you're aware. But again, this is super high quality, especially if you're doing something like baking up some cookies, or if you want, really nice butter to put on your croissant or toast in the morning. This would be my go-to, highly recommend. Again, having that grass-fed label with the butter is super important. You're gonna get a lot more nutrients from it than typical mainstream butter. And it's gonna have that richer texture to it as well too. So you'll be eating and feeling very satisfied. If you have any more questions, just let me know or leave a comment below. I look forward to working with you more in the future. Have a great day.